Hey there. So you've definitely seen it everywhere, right? This explosion of AI that seems to have come out of nowhere with these absolutely mind-blowing abilities. It really feels like we've jumped years into the future. But what's the secret sauce? Well, let's pull back the curtain and take a look at the engine that's driving this whole boom.
I mean, that's the big question, isn't it? How did we go from these kind of clunky, basic chatbots to systems that can create and reason and even hold a sophisticated conversation? It feels like magic, but I promise you, it's not. It's a specific and pretty revolutionary piece of technology.
Just think about this for a second. You can type out a crazy idea like a fox in a spacesuit, oil painting style, and an AI like DALL-E will just create it. A completely original piece of art in seconds. It's like having a creative co-pilot on demand.
Or what about the practical side? Got a super dense 20-page report you have to read? You can just feed it to an AI and boom, it pulls out the most important points for you. That completely changes how we can learn and work.
And maybe the most amazing part, these things can actually talk to you. They can have a real conversation, remember what you talked about before, and answer really complex questions. So, what's the common thread here? What connects the artist, the summarizer, and the conversationalist?
Well, the answer is something called a foundation model. This is the big idea. It's the engine powering this AI revolution that we're all a part of now, and it's a totally fundamental shift in how we build artificial intelligence. So what is it exactly? Okay, think of it like this. It's a massive AI model that's been pre-trained on an unbelievable amount of data. We're talking a huge chunk of the internet. Text, images, the whole shebang. The key words to remember are pre-trained and general purpose. It's not learning one specific skill. It's learning a broad understanding of the world first, and that knowledge becomes the base for, well, almost anything.
And you have almost certainly used one, even if you didn't know the name. You know models like GPT, which is the brains behind so many of those advanced chatbots. Or DALL-E for making images. BERT, CLIP. These are all famous examples of foundation models out in the wild.
Now, the really cool part here isn't just that the models are bigger. The real innovation, the big leap, is in how they learn about the world in a totally new and much smarter way.
This slide shows it perfectly. The old way of doing AI was all about specialists. You'd build one AI just to translate a language, and a completely separate one to identify cats in photos. Each one was a one-trick pony, and it needed tons of data that humans had to painstakingly label. Foundation models just throw that whole idea out the window. You have one single giant model that's a generalist, and then you can quickly adapt it, or fine-tune it, for all those different jobs. It's like a brilliant jack of all trades that you can turn into a master of one.
So how does it learn without all that human labeling? Through some really clever tricks. It might just read billions of sentences and learn by getting really good at predicting the next word. Or in a process called self-supervised learning, it'll play a game with itself. It takes a sentence, hides a word, and uses the context to guess what's missing. By doing this millions and millions of times, it starts to build a deep intuition for language and logic, all by itself.
Okay, so we've got this super powerful general-purpose engine. That's great. But how do you steer it? How do you tell it what you actually want it to do? Well, that brings us to what's becoming a really critical skill for all of us. It's called prompt engineering. You can think of it as learning how to talk to the AI. It's the art of writing your instructions, your prompts, in a way that gets the model to give you exactly what you want. Honestly, getting good at this is the key to unlocking what these models can really do. And it's a skill anyone can build. It really comes down to three things. First, be super clear and specific. Don't say, write about dogs. Say, write a funny 50-word poem about a golden retriever who thinks he's a cat. Second, give it some context or an example to follow. And third, just experiment. If your first try doesn't work perfectly, tweak the prompt and try again. Iterate. And this is why it matters so much. The quality of what you get out of the AI is directly linked to the quality of what you put in. A great prompt is the difference between a generic, useless response and a truly insightful, spot-on answer.
So when you put it all together, one powerful, adaptable model, plus the skill of talking to it, it's not just a small improvement. It is a complete and total game changer across pretty much every industry you can think of.
I mean, just look at this range. The very same underlying tech can power a chatbot that helps customers generate amazing art for a marketing team, create subtitles for a live video on the fly, and even help an engineer come up with new product ideas.
It's one core technology with endless possibilities.
So, if there's one thing to take away from all this, it's that foundation models are so powerful because they're not just a new tool, they're a tool factory. You take one base model and you can quickly fine-tune it for a super specific job with way less effort than starting from scratch. And that means innovation can happen so much faster and on a scale we've just never seen before.
And that leaves us with a really exciting thought to end on. We've now got a technology that isn't just for one thing. It's a general problem solver that can learn to be a writer, an artist, a coder, you name it. So it makes you wonder, with a tool that powerful and that flexible, what's the next big problem we're going to solve?